Your mind can never be empty. So it's either you fill it with a negative thoughts, it's either you fill it with positive thoughts, or the negative one will come in without your permission. Yes, just like the scientists say, there's no vacuum in the world. Yes, there's no vacuum in the world. If you see an empty container or jelly can, you might think it's empty, but it's actually filled with air. All right. If you want to verify whether it is filled with air, cover the mouth of the jelly can or container with maybe cellophane paper and begin to add water, maybe with strange or something very tiny from one source. You will discover that as you fill up that particular container, the cellophane paper at the mouth of the container is going to be expounded. The expansion is to tell you that air that was previously occupying the jerry can will leave when a more dense material come in. So if you put water that are higher in density, is going to chase out the air that was there, and it will accumulate on the cellophane, making it to expand. The same is true about our mind. Our mind can never be empty. It is either we fill it up with positive and more dense information, which will drive away the less dense one, frivolities, things that are less important, or those ones that are less important will come in when you fail to fill it up with positive information. So your mind can never be empty. So it's either you make a constant effort to care and maintain the mind, it will not function to its fullness. So the next thing I want you to note about the mind is that you have the power to control your thoughts and to focus on uplifting ideas that support your goal and make you happy and generate more of ideas. Yeah, you need to recognize the fact that you have this power. You are the one who will choose what to focus on. You are the one who will choose what will be your predominant thoughts. Like I said, what you don't like may often or sometimes come into your mind, but your ability to chase them away, to focus on the ones that you want, is what we call guiding of the heart or regulating the impulses of the mind. So it is something that has to go on a daily basis as much as you can. Try as much as you can to maintain your mind. All right, so you have the power actually to control your thoughts. So sometimes when things that are not in order comes into your mind, rebuke it, focus, find something or other things that are positive. That's why the Bible said, singing hymns in your heart always unto God. It's trying to let us know that in our heart should be things that will geared towards spirituality or things that will help us to get to where we are going. Do not allow a moment of your life not thinking about your future, not thinking about where you're going, not thinking about positive things. Refrain from negative ideas and negative thoughts, things that will not uplift you. Focus on the things that will generate more ideas, more happiness, and equally have the right, because you actually have the right to accept negative thought or positive thought from your society, from your friends, and whichever one you accept will definitely affect the reality of your life. If it's a negative one, it's going to hold you back. If it's a positive one, it's going to take you to where you are going. All right. So one way to control our thoughts is actually to become what I call mindfulness. What does that means? Mindfulness is becoming aware of the power of the mind, and then constantly do something to overcome the negative thought. That is called mindfulness. So the last thing I want you to note about the mind is that your mind can never be empty. I said that earlier. So if you fail to fill it with positive information, the negative one will set in without your permission. Okay, negative one will set in without your permission. So we need to know that. The truth is this: developing a positive mindset is not easy actually, but it is crucial for success in life. So you can start by replacing every negative thought with positive ones. Okay, just like Roman says, if you need transformation, you need to continually renew your mind. So, and I'm going to tell you now 20 things to do to actually reprogram your mind. Like I have earlier emphasized, that our mind is going to take the thoughts that we install in it, the pattern of the mental programming in our minds, and it's going to follow that point to act. So if you want to reprogram your mind, adventure, you receive the information that are not supportive from your friends and your environment that constantly tell you about the things that you cannot overcome, things that you don't have power to control, things that reminds you about failure, or what things that you can't do well or you've not done well before. If you want to take it off your mind and to reprogram your mind, here are 20 things you need to do, and it has to be done daily or regularly. So develop a positive and healthy mindset. Therefore, we need to learn how to think positively and surround ourselves with positive people. All right. The first thing to do is actually to practice gratitude. Yes, practice what? Gratitude. It is one way that will take you to developing a positive mindset. Now, gratitude is about reminding yourself of the things that you have. In as much as there are places you want to go that you've not gone, can I remind you that there are steps and things, a number of things that you have done in life? For crying out loud, congratulate yourself, appreciate God, be thankful, thank God for what has happened. Yes, you may not have been where you want to be, but you are definitely not where you used to be. That is the truth. Be thankful, appreciate God for the ones He have done. But let me tell you this bitter truth. The bitter truth is that just the same way you have not been where you used to be, all right, there is, yesterday there was a place you used to be. If you are a master of your own, maybe yesterday you are not a master. If you are married, maybe yesterday you are not married. If you are a servant, maybe yesterday you were a student, something of that nature. Now, yesterday there are opportunities you can't access, there are things you have not achieved. So there were places where you were yesterday that you are not today. That's the fact. And tomorrow, you are going to be on the position you've not been. All right. So in your position today, by yesterday, somebody else was occupying this position. All right. And tomorrow, you are going to leave this place. That's the bitter truth. You are going to leave your present position and you're going to move out for a different position. So I want to tell you that somebody is going to replace you. Whatever you think you are enjoying today, somebody will replace you. But my prayer is that when you get a replacement, you will not retardate. You will not go back to where you used to be. Rather, you go to the next level where you have not been. But the truth is that there are some persons who will leave this position, and instead of going forward, they will retardate. They will go back to where they used to be. All right. So for crying out loud, be thankful. Be thankful for what you have achieved, even though there are ones you have not. But there are ones you have achieved. Be Appreciate God. Be thankful on a daily basis. It's going to reposition your mind for positive things, for you to be able to recognize the power you have. That was why in the Bible said that David, when he was to meet Goliath, he said, "The God who delivered me from bear, the Lord who delivered me from lion, will definitely going to deliver me from this Philistine." What's David trying to do? He wants to encourage himself with his past victory. Sometimes you need to congratulate yourself. You need to look back and see how the miles you have crossed, and tell yourself you've done well. Tell yourself, since you have done this, you can do more. It will help you develop a positive mindset, because when you constantly see negative things in your life will be geared towards negative things. But if you see your victories, if you see positive things, you are definitely going to develop a positive mindset. All right. The second thing you need to do to reprogram your mind is to focus on solution and not on problems. Yeah, this is so powerful, because the more you see problems, the more you are going to be hold back. You won't be able to achieve what you want to achieve. So focus on the solution and not the problem. Instead of complaining about the things you cannot change, why don't you look for way to change them? Why don't you look for positive impact to make? All right. So some of us complain so much about the bad economy. We complain so much about Nigerian, about how unfortunate we've been, about the leaders, they are not doing well, and the rest of them. I'm not saying this to say that our leaders are sent. I'm not saying this to say they are doing well in all aspects. I'm saying this to say that complaining on how they are not doing well have never changed anything. So the more you complain about the bad economy, the market is too bad, we didn't sell anything today. Anybody that talks to you, you just empty your bag of complaint to the person. Things are hard, money is scarce, you can, and so on and so forth. By talking about it doesn't bring solution, I suppose. All right. So instead of complaining about your situation, how things have been hard, how the hike of prices in products, food and other things, have even house rent, have constantly go up, and there are no much income coming in. Instead of complaining about that, why don't you think of what other things you can do to actually earn money? What other things you can do to actually solve the problem? Because complain doesn't put food on the table. Complain doesn't change the situation. Complain doesn't solve the problem, and nobody will pay you for your complaint. So it is important that we begin to see solution and not problem. And as you begin to see that, I want to tell you, your mind is going to see constancy in the positivity, and is going to gear towards positive mindset, and you're going to see positive outcome in your life. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Bible says, guide your heart with all diligence, because out of it flows the issues of life, the problems of life, the everything about life. So the third thing that you need to do to reprogram your mind is to use affirmation. Yes, use affirmation to reprogram your mind and influence your subconscious mind. Yes, what does that mean? Constantly tell yourself you can do it, you can make it, you can be a failure. There is nothing that will make you not to make it in this business. There is nothing that will make you not to pass that exam. You are created for excellence, you are created for greatness. Constantly remind yourself of this. When you constantly say it and remind yourself, talk about it, pronounce it, verbally read it out to yourself, reassure yourself every morning that you are made for greatness, you are made for positive things. When you constantly do this, I want to tell you, your mind is going to um accommodate that kind of thought life, and is going to be producing positive things. So influence your subconscious mind by constant affirmation. Create a mental picture of your future, okay, or goal you want to achieve, and you see yourself achieving them. The fourth thing that you need to do is to visualize your desired outcome. Visuals has to do with what we see. What we see. Do you have a vision? Do you have a goal? Is there dreams in your life? Make a plan about it. Give it a name. Eliminate it. Put the picture in your heart. Put every supporting picture that tells you where you want to go. Don't allow your mind to get rid of it. Constantly make a visual picture. When I want to start my academy, I wrote out the names and description of how it's going to be about 6 years before it actually started. Yes, this makes me to tell, if I woke up in the morning, I see the picture, it reminds me where I'm going, it reminds me this is the vision you have, and so on and so forth. It will make it indelible in your mind, and before you know what is happening, it's going to be a reality. So find a visual aid, things that will constantly remind you of the future you want to enjoy, because actually there is no future except the one we prepared for. If you want a better future, then you got to prepare for better one. If you do not prepare for it, nobody will. Nobody will actually. There is no future to enjoy except the one we prepared for. Oftentimes when we talk about the future, we see things that are not real, things that are not reality today, things that are yet to come, things somewhere in the future. But to me, I don't really see future that way. All right. To me, the future is what you do today that points to where you're going to be tomorrow. Of course, if you want to know where you are going to, your life is headed, just look at your action today. Just look at your thoughts today. That will give you the future you are going to enjoy. All right. Or you're going to suffer for. Yes. Whatever you are today is as a result of your choice and decision of yesterday. And whatever you're going to be tomorrow will be as a result of your choices and your decision today. So, if you have a goal, if you have a dream you want to pursue, you need to do something constantly on a daily basis that points to where you are going, that points to where your life is headed for. Without doing that, you will get to that future and you not see the reality of what you prepared for or what you hope for. Yes, that's why we need to visualize the desired outcome. The fifth thing that we need to do is to meditate regularly, okay, to quiet the mind and reduce stress. Meditation is one way to constantly remind your heart, your mind, the things you need to focus on, the things you need to think about. So you need to constantly do the meditation. um are you planning for a particular event? Practice it in your heart regularly. Are you a content creator? Talk about it when you are alone. Think about it. Think of what to do. Think about how better you can do them. Even if you're a business person, whatever you do in life, constantly meditate over it. Think about the better way I can do it. What more can I do? Are there things I'm here to do? Are there things I'm supposed to gauge myself in which I've not? When you constantly do this, I am telling you, you are positioning your mind, you are reprogramming your mind for for positive things, and you are going to see positive outcomes. 16 you need to do is to relieve negative thought and emotion, okay, through journaling or talking with a trusted friend or a therapist. Yes, if you see yourself constantly um thinking about negative thoughts, okay, entertaining things that are not supportive to where you are going, okay, you are full of negativity, you need to talk to people. You need to talk to a friend. You need to talk to somebody that can give you a solution to it. You need to talk to somebody that can actually talk to your head, all right, so that you can replace it. So you can release a negative thought by talking to people or writing something down, all right, or you know, talking to a therapist, somebody that can actually help you to solve the problem, all right. Another thing that is 7 to 1 to do is actually to take care of your physical health through exercise, healthy eating, and getting enough rest. These things are so powerful in controlling the content of the mind. The mind is going to be racing in thoughts. It's going to be stressful. It's going to be talking about so many things that doesn't support where you're going. When it is clouded up, when you don't eat well, when you don't have enough rest. So in order to, improve the health of the mind, you need to do exercise, you need to eat healthy food, you need to get enough rest, and so on and so forth. Number 8 is that you need to set realistic goal and celebrate your small success along the way. Yes, I said that earlier. You may not have been where you want to be, but you are definitely not where you used to be. So celebrate yourself, set a goal that is realistic, because each time you set a goal and you achieve the goal, there is the joy in you that yes, I have accomplished a milestone. There is something I have done. That's why I said make it realistic. Don't make a very lofty goal that you won't be able to achieve. And each time you set a goal in your life and you were not able to achieve it, it's going to discourage you. It's going to make you to think that you can't do it. You are a failure. You are not an achiever or something like that. But each time you make small steps towards where you are going and you achieve them, there is this sense of joy and accomplishment in you. Then just celebrate yourself and set another goal. A life without goal is like a wheelbarrow that can only move to the point where other people push it. All right. So do not live a life without a goal. There must be something you are pursuing, because a goal is actually a dream with a deadline. You don't just have to say, I want to be this, I want to be that. When do you actually want to be that? That is called a goal. When you constantly set realistic goals, the ones you can achieve, and you achieve them. All right. It goes a long way to encouraging your heart that you are an achiever. Number 9, remember that positive thinking is a habit. Okay. And it takes time to, like every other habit, it takes time to set up in your heart. All right. So you need to make effort to develop it. You need to make effort to think about it. But the benefits are worth it. Actually, at the end, you're going to see that the benefits of positive mindset worth it. So it's a habit. Like every other habit, it is not easy to form. All right. I think the sociologists have helped us to know that anything that one repeats consecutively for about 21 days a month, or about a month, it becomes a reality. It becomes a habit in your life. Maybe that will help us in developing a positive mindset. Constantly, repeatedly, consecutively, do that on a daily basis. All right. You are going to train your mind to the positive parts. All right. So actually, positive mindset is a habit. It takes time to develop. It may not happen overnight. It may not happen one day. Just continue, and you see your life striving for better. Number 10, continuously educate yourself on the power of the mind and how to cultivate a positive mindset. Yes, education, information is power. You can't grow above the information you have. You have not known all it takes. You have not known all the way to do it. All right. All you have known so far is just part of the way to do it. Constantly learn more. Constantly look out for more. Continue to educate yourself on the power of the mind. Is going to help you to adapt and to appreciate the power of the mind, and to use it to your advantage. All right. Number 11 is that you need to share your knowledge and experience with others to inspire them on their own journey towards positivity. Yes, there is this courage and strong mindset that comes with when you share your thoughts, just like I'm sharing now. Share your thoughts with your friends, teach them, try to tell them what you've learned so far, inspire them. Is going to help you to develop a positive mindset, and is going to encourage your heart that yes, I know more than they do. All right. So remember that you have this power, and constantly use it. Share the knowledge, the experience you have gathered in life to inspire others. When you do that, it's going to program your mind towards positivity. Number 12, remember that you have control over your thoughts and ultimately your life. All right. You have control over your thoughts, and you have control over your mind. If you do remember this, it will help you to control it to the path that you want. All right. To help you to control it to the path that you want. The 13th one is practice mindfulness by being present in the moment and focusing on what is happening around you. Some people think far too much. So instead of allowing your thought to go too far, focus on what is happening around you at the moment. Positive things happening around you at the moment, not necessarily negative, because both positive and negative may be happening at the same time, and so on. So, but if you can focus on the positive ones that are happening at the moment, it's going to go a long way to helping you develop a good mindset. To avoid self talk, avoid negative self talk, avoid negative self talk. That's the 14th one. Okay, I think the 14th one is that. Okay, so when you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, It's going to help you to be better. So be compassionate. Use more compassionate words towards yourself and towards others. Don't be abusive. Don't always look for trouble. Don't always fight. Because if you always abusive, you're going to see more negative in people. So instead of seeing more negative event or outcome of people, try to find out the good part of their life. Try to find out the good part of their life, because when you want to see only bad part of people life, is going to program your mind to always see the negative. But if you see the good part of them, I want to tell you, you are going to see things about them that you can believe, and that can actually lift you up. All right. The 15th one is re-examine your belief. Very, very important. You need to re-examine your belief. Huh. If your belief is no longer supportive, if your belief is no longer in order, from learning you come to know there are things you believe that are not right, that are not in order, that doesn't support your belief or where you are going. So for example, the popular belief is that no matter how you struggle, you only struggle for daily bread. Okay, that rich or wealthy comes from the gods. That's a popular saying. Ogalaya sinachi abakamombo boegonin. Well, to an extent it might be the application may be right, but to very great extent he's not really right, because I'm here to see people who are not making efforts in life who actually made it. I don't know about you, but I've not seen much of that. You are not making any effort in life, and you incidentally make it. So that statement is not correct. If those who have made it are picked among those who are making some struggle in their life, that is to say that making effort is important. So you need to re-examine your belief. You need to re-examine your belief. If you are not getting it enough, why don't you check if you get the principle right? And re-examine your belief with time, and it's going to help to reprogram your mind. All right. 16 is learn from your mistake instead of dwelling on them. Everybody makes mistake at one point in their life. When you make one, please just learn the lesson for yourself and move on. Don't kill yourself. Don't depend on the negative thoughts. Don't depend on what you've done. Learn from your mistakes and move on. The 17th one is surround yourself with positive people who will uplift you, who will encourage you. It is important to know that your friends have a great influence over you. Instead of always going to people who doesn't believe in you, who will remind you how unfortunate you've been, who will remind you the things you don't have advantage over, please refrain from such individual and focus on friends and supportive family that are going to uplift you and encourage you. 18. Practice forgiveness towards yourself and others for their past mistake or hurtful action. Dwelling on the negative thought will only hold you back. And of course, harboring negative thought is like drinking poison and waiting for another person to die. So instead of waiting for another person to die, change the narrative. Okay, forgive people for what they've done, forgive yourself for the mistake you've made, and move on. So practice forgiveness. It will help you to focus on positive things. Number 19 is focus on personal growth rather than comparison to others. So instead of comparing yourself, trying to remind yourself how unfortunate you've been or things you've not been able to achieve or change in your life, please, instead of doing that, why don't you focus on your personal growth? So, if for example you discover that you have a problem in expression, maybe you don't express yourself very well, it is important that you develop yourself towards that area, other than to think accepting the fact that I am not good at this, I don't have it, I can't do it, and so on. Develop yourself, Focus on personal growth and don't necessarily compare yourself, because too much comparison makes you to be negative, makes you to think that you have nothing to offer, you are unfortunate, you in fact there are nothing good about you. All right, please don't dwell in that thought, because it won't be healthy for you. The 20 and the last thing that we need to do is to understand that challenges are opportunity for growth. Yes, so many things we call challenges or problem in life are simply promotion in disguise. There are opportunities that we can use for us to grow more, all right, and also learn more. So don't use it as a roadblocks to your success. Rather, use it as a stepping stone to your success. Let them not hold you back. Let them rather encourage you. It's all about how you see your situation. So whatever situation, challenging moments you meet in your life, because as far as life is concerned, as you are going to have uh, some experience that you never prayed for, some experience that you don't like. All right, these are things that make life interesting. When you have them, when you experience them, please understand that those challenges are there for you to grow, for you to learn more. Learn the lessons you need to learn. Develop the positive mindset to handle it. When you handle a problem, you are developing yourself on how to solve problems. And subsequently in your life, you are going to have problem solving skills. And that will make you to have a positive mindset. I want to encourage everyone under the influence of my voice that positive mindset is a necessity and you can do it. Don't always focus on the negative. Don't always focus on the thing that you cannot achieve. Whatever you allow in your mind for a very long time becomes a reality in your life. As a man thinks, so is he. That's a principle. All right. I came to realize there is no special demon that comes out during Imba month, or that's during the last 4 months of the year. Okay, September, October, November, December, where people think or see more negative events around them. Okay, a lot of people have come to believe that during Nimba month, a lot of temptation comes out, a lot of accidents happen, a lot of negative things happen. And I ask myself, do God create more demons during the Imba month, or the devil assign them? What actually happened? No, nothing like that actually happened. It's actually people's mindset. So when you are traveling, for example, inside a vehicle, you are thinking about accident. Another person in the same vehicle are thinking about accident. The driver is saying, "Please, God, do not allow us to have accident." The other person is saying, yesterday somebody had accident on their way on this way." Hey, when you are all entertaining the same thoughts, you are sending a signal in the realm of the spirit that that will bring that thought into a reality. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Before you know what is happening, you guys are going to have accidents on your way. Okay, so what happens is actually our thoughts, our events, because and that's in reality that we also need to appreciate is that activities increases that time. Okay, and the road users also increases, so there are tendency for there to be jams, there are tendency for there to be things like that. All right, so there is no special demon. You need to re-examine what you believe. You need to re-examine your thoughts. Don't focus on the negative ones. Focus on the positive ones as much as you can. Constantly examine the content of your heart. Refrain from information that are not going to be supportive to you. Refrain from things that are not going to be encouraging you to where you are going in life. And as you do that, you are going to develop a positive mindset. Till we meet again, I want you to continue guiding your heart. Know that you have authority over the content of your heart. And as you do that, you're going to be better equipped for better success. Thank you so much. I remain your brother, Patrick Oman Mamarife.
Have you taken JAMB exam multiple times without getting admission? Are you seeking excellent results in exams such as WAEC, NECO, GCE, or nursing? Then you have to listen very carefully for this information from professionals. We have discovered powerful and reliable tools that guarantee high scores on these exams without resorting to cheating or malpractice. This is why we want to recommend two tutorial centers in our nation that uses these new techniques for their students. Number one is Social Tutorial and Advanced Studies, number 70 Ozomagala Street by Afubela Street. And number two is Inventors Corner Oman Tutorial and Talent Refinery Center located at 15 Anazongo Street off Total Filling Station along Upper New Market Road, Onishan. Our tried and tested methodology has assisted previous students in achieving remarkable exam outcome and securing admission into the desired course. We strongly recommend only these two learning centers in Onitsha that employ this proven methodology to educate their pupils. One is Social Tutorial, number 70 Azoma Gala Street by Afubera. And number two is Inventors Corner Oman Tutorial, 15 Anazongo Street. We urge you to enroll your children and reward immediately for the ongoing WAEC and JAM classes at those two centers to experience comprehensive learning. Our team of seasoned educators is committed to providing quality educational services that empower students to achieve academic success. We firmly believe that every student possesses the potential for excellence, and we are dedicated to helping them reach their goals through our tailored approach to learning. Contact Social Tutorial 70 Ozoma Gala Street or Oman Tutorial 15 Anazongo Street. Contact them today for more information on how we can assist your children or world for academic success. If you also seek excellence in international exams like TOEFL, IELTS, or SAT, we can provide you with the opportunity to learn from the best of tutors. If you are interested in gaining an advantage over your peers through the acquisition of advanced ICT skills, then look no further than Inventors Corner 15 and Azongo Street, Onisha. Our program offers practical approach to learning basic computer skills such as graphic design, word processing, photo and video editing, and other related ICT skills that will give you a competitive edge. We offer difficult secondary school subjects categorized by level of intellectual complexity to challenge our students' ability. Additionally, we provide guidance on how to discover unique potentials and improving winning abilities while developing creative thinking skills necessary for innovation in all life endeavors.